Hey AfterBuzzers, thank you so much for tuning in to another Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce after show here at AfterBuzz TV. Tonight we're going to be talking about Season 3, Episode 3, titled Rule Number 188, Mind Your Side of the Plate. We have Lindsey back here in the studio and we're so excited, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello everyone, thank you again for tuning in to another Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce after show here at AfterBuzz TV. I'm your host, Sam Davidson. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at SamD43. Tara is not here this week, she'll be back next week, but we have the beautiful two ladies next to me.
Hey guys, I'm Lindsey Miller. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, pretty much everywhere else at Rockin' Mama Life.
Hey everyone, Veronica Barriga here, VRocker1 on Instagram.
And of course, guys, don't forget to follow AfterBuzz at AfterBuzz TV. Checking in the live chat to see if you guys have anything to say. We love looking at your comments and responding to them, so keep it coming. What did you guys think of tonight's episode?
You know, I've been a little disappointed with the writing this season.
Well, oh, by the way, I'm so sorry. Just welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
Lindsey. She just had a baby and she looks so beautiful and the baby is so cute.
Thank you. I made a human.
And it's very exciting. I was just very excited to see her. I keep on calling her mommy and it's weird.
You're glowing.
Well, I've been a mommy, but now I'm a mommy a second time.
But so you've been a little bit off with your feelings about it this season.
You know, I think the thing that most of us love about Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce is that it was really real. And that it wasn't cliche, and that it wasn't afraid to write real storylines about real women going through real life, and not just these like cookie cutter storylines and character arcs. It was much more complex, and I feel like this season thus far, it's been very cliche and very predictable, and just, you know, everything from like Delia with the other female lawyer who obviously we're gonna have girl on girl in the office place, like putting each other down, like so
girl
typical.
On girl, what? I mean,
well, you know what I mean, like female bashing in the workplace.
Yeah.
It's just so tired and so I don't know. It just like Phoebe really upsets me. Like her husband, she's losing the alimony, so like now what is she gonna do with her life? I feel like they've done such a good job of trying to create this dichotomy with Phoebe's character, that she's this model and she's gorgeous, but she doesn't want to be seen as that, and that she really does have more, and trying to find that and bring that out. And then so far this season, it's like, okay, well, no, she's just this pretty piece that can only bring people into the art gallery because she's pretty, and now that her husband's check is going away, like, oh, what is she gonna do? I don't know, just
Yeah, I think it's been a little predictable, and frankly a little bland, you know. This last episode was kind of like, what's happening? Nothing really. Usually it draws me in and I'm just like sitting there moment to moment, and then it's over and I want more. This not so much this last episode.
Although I do like Coach Mike Brady.
yes, I like him a lot, and I think that, you know, it's just going to keep on getting better, but I do agree. I was talking to my cousin about this on the phone the other day. We were talking, she lives in Chicago, she's at the airport, we're talking about Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce for about 30 minutes, and, you know, we both said, we wish there was a time jump from the end of last season to this season to have seen Abby, because for us, you know, we're like, listen, this, and Barbara mentioned it tonight, this lady basically had like a class 3 nervous breakdown,
Right.
and now
She
we're
was
just
cray.
supposed to act like everything's fine.
Right.
I also feel like we're missing something. I'm missing something that I liked on this show, and it's Jake and it's Becca.
Yeah, that made it a little more dramatic, a little more
Yeah.
unpredictable.
Agree.
It was that wild factor.
Yes.
And I don't know if the writers' hands were tied because of actors doing other projects. Like, I felt like the Scott leaving all of a sudden was just really abrupt and didn't really make sense with his character arc either, because we saw him fight so hard for Joe, and then all of a sudden, like, one thing, she's like, oh, I can't get over this, and he just disappears. Like, that was a little abrupt, and I'm sure their hands were tied because Will was filming Rain, but I think they could have come up with maybe something a little more in line with his character than just disappearing because things were not working.
Well,
100%.
I think we'll get it back into that for sure. I will definitely. I have some predictions for that one. Let's just say Richard Gere has something to do with it.
Richard Gere.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
intrigued.
Hey now.
for my prediction.
Interesting.
But talking about Joe, you know, we finally see Zoe back, and
Yes.
she has grown up. She looks.
Yes.
Did she? To me, it looked like she went through puberty the last time we saw her.
Little teenager now.
Well, what is the name of the actress that plays Zoe? I don't remember her name, but she
I
was
can't
in
remember.
she was on another show where she played anorexic girl.
What show?
It was a show about like a bunch of kids in a hospital. Really, really, really on it, guys.
Wow.
There was a show. It was just one
I
season.
know, on Fox, right?
Yeah.
And then there was like a half comedy. It had the bald
Yeah.
guy. Right?
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you're
The kid had cancer. He's
Yeah.
a soccer player. Like lost his leg.
I know what you're speaking of. I can't remember
But she
the name.
played
yeah.
an anorexic girl on it, and she's actually a really great actress. So I'm excited to see more of her because I think she's really great.
Me too. I think she's found her own Scott.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Perhaps we'll see her rehashing her mother's mistakes.
You called that, Sam. Yeah, you said that last time.
What did I say? I'm like, I don't even remember what I say. Every
Did
time
she-
I
yeah.
say something that is true, I forget it.
No, you called it. You said that she would follow in Joe's footsteps and kind of maybe,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
find her own sort of.
I do remember
traumatic-
that. But it's a really scary thing because Joe has this business, and the person that helps her hold this business up, that makes the product,
Yeah.
is gone. I
Yeah.
mean, not saying that, you know, if Scott was there, he couldn't run the business without Joe either.
No.
So it's this.
It's a big loss
It's a
for
teammate.
her.
It's not just
Yeah.
personal, but I mean, it's
Right.
what. And again, I think it's something that the writers hopefully will do more with, in sort of this real situation of people that are in a relationship that
Yeah.
work together, and not only when that relationship ends does it affect your personal life, but your work life as well. And so to sort of tie it up in this little bow, like, oh, he taught all his tricks to this dishwasher, so now it's fine, that's not real.
Sure,
How old
yeah.
do we think he is? Could we just talk
The
about
dishwasher,
Yeah.
Ethan, the little
In
blonde,
real life?
the little blonde kid. That's
Yeah.
how I refer to him because I don't think he's
Ethan.
very old.
Ethan.
The
Well,
little blonde kid. Yeah.
that? You know, Zoe is
Maybe.
what, probably like 16? Maybe 17 now? Maybe
Oh,
17.
I
Yeah.
thought she was younger. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I am rounding up. I don't know.
No, I would say she's
like
probably
15, but yeah, that's the same thing.
16-ish.
Same thing. Yeah.
So, and he is so adorable.
Oh my God,
and
so cute.
He saves the day.
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
that so much. And I just loved, like, Zoe being back to begin
Yeah.
with. And her saving her mother from herself and the situation at hand.
Stepping up and really bonding with her mom in a way that we haven't seen in a long time. I really appreciated
was
that.
sweet.
I thought that was cute, and I like seeing them together. This was like the family
Yeah.
episode.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of the kids at all.
Yeah.
You know, like, we haven't seen Abby's kids, like, hardly at all. And I do hope we
Yeah.
see a little bit more of her daughter. You know, we've seen her son playing baseball this season. But I hope we see more of her daughter because I think she's a little feisty and I think she's going to do some naughty things.
Yeah,
And it's going to be great.
I think that was part of my prediction too. Was that it was Abby's daughter that was gonna kind of start to be crazy, but you know maybe it's Zoe. I don't think Zoe's ever gonna be crazy. I just think that
Yeah.
she is gonna like fall into some things.
Yeah. Well, I think it would
like
be
every
good for her,
teenager
though.
does. Yeah,
you
sorry.
know? I mean, she's so uptight. So I think it, I don't
You
know.
want her to smoke some pot? What are you saying?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
She is.
But that's actually, we were talking about that
today.
today. You know, marijuana is legal now, so is that, like, okay to talk about?
Yes.
Because, like, I talk to my kids, you know, in front of my kids about, like, drinking a glass of wine. But, like, is it okay to be like...
It will be soon. It should be, and it will be. Speaking of marijuana, you know, Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Dear.
Phoebes.
Dear.
Who has sex in a tree where their kids are in a tent next to them?
We're
I'm
such
just
good parents.
gonna say it. Like, no.
No, I agree.
No.
She went through an interesting journey this episode. As she's gone through this season, I think they're focusing a lot more on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I've talked about this before. I'm a child of divorce, and my dad hooked up with someone else real quick, got married, started having kids, and I, you know, the fact, and even though JD's a nice dude, like, they don't know him.
No.
At all.
Well, I think that's what she's trying to do. Like, okay, we're married, now I gotta, integrate, how do you say that word? Integrate the family? Yeah. So she is trying. I appreciate that about her. But, yeah, you still see sort of the distance between her and the kids. She's going to have to work a lot harder,
Well, but again, I feel like this is something where the writing fell short of being realistic. Because, like, my parents aren't divorced, but, like, I'm going to ask you, Sam, like, being a child of divorce, would one little camping trip, like, and joking about scaring a bear, like, make it okay?
No, but I don't think it is. I thought by the end of that storyline, towards the end of the episode, that Phoebe was, JD, and remember, guys, JD is, what is he? Has Asperger's. So he kind of sometimes, he gets what's going on, but I think, I don't want to make a generalization, but he's not, I think that he likes to be either way, like happy or sad. Things are really bad or they're really good, and there's not an in-between. Yeah. But with Phoebe, I think she finally realized at the end of this episode that she has kind of messed up.
Oh, yeah, she's been non-existent.
Yeah, it's about time to kind of realize that, taking care of two teenagers, you need to really be around more to do that kind of thing. Segueing in really quickly, guys, to talk about Riverdale, which is a new after show we're doing here at AfterBuzz TV, and it is starting tonight, actually, at 10 o'clock, and I'm going to be on the panel. If you guys want to know more about it, it's from the network that brought you The Vampire Diaries and Gossip Girl, two of my favorite shows of all time.
Absolutely, yes.
Comes the CW's wickedly irresistible new series, Riverdale. Welcome to Riverdale, the small town with big secrets. The story begins with a new year at Riverdale High and the grisly discovery of the body of one of its brightest stars. As the shock of an entire town sets in, suspicious and questions arise. Who killed Jason Blossom and why? What did everybody really do over the summer and with whom? The series is based on characters from the beloved classic Archie comics. Did you ever read it? Which character are you?
I'm Veronica.
Yeah.
Not just...
You literally are Veronica.
That's appropriate.
And they have these questions. Are you a good girl like Betty or more of a Veronica?
Yeah, definitely more of a Betty.
Betty over here.
Balanced.
Are you like Golden Boy Archie or are you a misunderstood loner like Jughead? Which character are you secretly crushing on? Get ready because in this twist on the classic, there's a lot more to each character than meets the eye.
Wow.
In Riverdale, nothing and nobody are as they seem. Don't miss the thrilling premiere of the must-see new drama Riverdale, Thursday, January 26th, only on the CW. That is now. That is tonight. It's starting in 30 minutes, our time. So that's exciting. I can't wait to watch it.
That sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah, so definitely check it out. From Phoebe, which I think we're just all a little mad at the moment. Let's just
gotta step it up.
And I think she realizes that.
I really hope we see her, like, I hope they do something with Phoebe.
Yeah.
Because...
You want to see her be a good mom?
Not even... She doesn't have to be a good mom. Like, she just has to do something.
But I get it. I feel like she tries hard a lot, but everything she does fails. She thinks it's a good idea, but it's a crazy idea.
She's just unrealistic. Like, I don't know.
She's a dreamer. I like
I was
her.
about to say that.
She's a dreamer. She's an idealist, And we talked about last time she has the luxury to be and try all these new things, but I like her. I like that about her. She's kind of like, hey, this is crazy. It just might work,
And that's the person that usually maybe makes it work.
Yeah.
But what's important to remember, guys, is the dreamers, like myself, and I'm sure a couple of us, so there may be here, we try things that it's like, who knows? And we kind of, we're in showbiz. We are sitting here talking about TV, and this is what we love. And I feel like Phoebe, kind of has a hand in just doing something odd, but she takes it to a very other level.
She made baby jewelry.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And then they ate it. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's just what
Well, let's talk about, we had Abby meeting with Melissa, who I love Melissa. Kat was Carrie Fisher. So I'm interested just to kind of, I'm assuming they shot this before Carrie Fisher passed away. Oh God, again, so sad.
Very sad, yeah.
So she couldn't be, at first I thought that Carrie Fisher was the blonde woman, or not, not Carrie Fisher, you know, the character Kat.
Yeah.
Was that blonde woman, but she fired her.
That's right, at the end of the second season.
Right.
Yeah.
So she couldn't make it, but I think that's pretty it makes sense with the story because Abby's not doing well. She had all this bad news come out about her.
Yeah.
And they're going to send, like, the promoted assistant that made that comment about...
They're like, you deal with this.
Yeah.
Well, Abby's tired. She needs to be, like, revamped and brought into...
Send in the millennial. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't stand her, but when she said, Melissa, the romance novel thing, I thought, oh... What'd you think?
I kind of love her. You know why I love her? Because I think millennials get a bad rap.
Yeah, they do.
That being said, there are a lot of millennials that don't work hard and expect things to just, like, happen for them. But I also think that there's something to be said for the young girl who comes across as young and perky and just like, oh my gosh, but she really is smart and grounded and knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And in reality, Abby's working in a world that, like, you know, hardly ever do people just, like, buy a novel or a memoir unless you're famous. Like, it's true. Like, the things she's saying are true. And that world has changed. You know, print and digital media is, like, totally changed. And millennials know that world better than somebody who is older and doesn't have that.
Yeah, you
pulse.
gotta adapt to the trends, and that's what I like about Melissa. She's like, here, let me give it to you straight.
And
this
she's
is
honest.
what's going on. Yeah, and she's not mean about it. She's just very, very straightforward.
Yeah.
Well, I never thought that anything she said was in line with Abby at all until now. And
Right.
I love that the audience, I think, got validation from those of us that were like, wait, what? That's a cool idea.
Maybe it is. Yeah,
Writing
maybe it
a
is.
romance novel under a pseudonym, which I'm not really sure about the pseudonym because I know it's going to come out that because Abby wants to be Abby. I don't think Abby's going to be comfortable being under a fake, like, blanket.
Which is why I'm not a fan of the romance novel idea. Because I would rather see... the book I would rather read is Abby writing about her own actual personal experiences. Like, she hooked up with a gigolo. Like, why is that a bad thing? Like, she should write about that. I would read that.
I would too.
You know what I mean? Like,
but they're like, oh, you know, bad press. And we all know there's no such thing as bad publicity. Like, that's my opinion on that. But I don't know. Her people think differently.
I don't know.
guess.
You're telling me you think people would rather buy, like, that... I mean, in reality, if somebody wrote a romance novel versus somebody wrote, like, a salacious memoir about their, like, sexual escapades with, like, a gigolo and a producer who they were married to, and, like, I mean, people would buy that novel.
Yes, I'm with you. Yeah, if it was real life, yes. But I also think they got it. They're thinking of her career in the long term. So that would be like a one-hit wonder book, I feel like.
Yeah, so I'm really on you with that. I think that... I'm not sure if her people have her best interest at heart. I don't think they ever have. But they're looking at her, you're right, as a long-term project. And as a long-term project, what if, you know, she wrote these amazing romance novels that go all Twilight, Hunger Games, whatever. But, you know, but literally with a woman that's middle-aged and, you know, with all these different things. And then after she has a success, she'll come out as who she really is, and then she'll write her memoir, and then that memoir is going to be humongous, way bigger than it would be right now.
Yeah.
Sam.
I'm with it.
That's like 5 seasons worth of Abby.
Well, you know, actually, 5 seasons is going to be all of this show, and then it's ending. So, and they
the
just
end
started
is her
shooting
memoir. Well, look at that.
Yeah, it's actually what she wanted to do, and she's like, well, and then she writes the show that we just watched.
Well, yeah, that obviously is what the chapters are.
Yes.
Or the
numbers. The rules. And can we, I just want to briefly touch on this thing that Phoebe, was it a workspace? What the hell?
I want to go there. I don't know.
Like a WeWork on,
but
like,
it's
steroids?
$4,000 a month? No, that doesn't make any sense.
That's about what WeWork's pretty expensive. And for those of you that aren't familiar with WeWork, because it's only like major cities, WeWork is like a group office space, basically modeled after like a tech startup space.
Right.
So you can go and you can rent office space there, but it's set up more like a tech company where there's like a bar and like
so there is
cool
a bar.
things
Okay,
in
yeah,
there.
because the one in the show had a spa and a bar.
Yeah, they're not all like that.
But
That's
why-
like
I was
super
like,
fancy
whoa.
schmancy. But
yeah.
they're expensive.
Phoebe doesn't have her own company though. Why is she renting the space?
I'm not sure.
Networking. Who
I don't know.
knows?
It was a bit weird and confusing. So if you guys have any
Phoebe's weird
idea
and
what was
confusing.
really happening there, please let us know. Let's go to Abby and Barbara a little bit. This made me so angry and made me really not like Abby.
This was the
Oh, wow.
only part of the show I liked.
Oh God.
And I wish, but okay, it was horrible and it was awful, but I wish they had done more with it because I think the whole idea, they touched on a subject that is really touchy and really true. You know,
right.
why is it that it's viewed as healthier to basically be anorexic and eat nothing but kale than it is to overeat? Like
to
you
eat
know what I
chicken
mean? Like
wings
what?
and poppers.
Neither are healthy, but why is one viewed as like more socially acceptable? And I wish that they hadn't. I don't think that conversation should end there, and I hope it doesn't, because I think that if you were Barbara and Abby just showed up the next day and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I implied that you were anything but beautiful," like I don't think you would still be okay with Abby.
But Barbara went back at her too. I mean, she called her anorexic. Whether and whether it's true or not, that's still kind of a dig. So they were ping pong for a second there, kind of jabbing each other. I don't know.
I don't know. Abby was really out of line.
That's true. Yes, she did.
Like
start
Barbara
it.
never implied that because Abby was skinny, somebody wouldn't want to be with her.
Yeah, and that's
No,
the
you're
thing.
She
right.
wouldn't be
You're
desirable
right.
because
That's-
she looks a certain way. Like that's just wrong. It's just
And that's
wrong
part
and not
of
true.
the stigma is that when you're really skinny, no one ever will say like. I mean, I'm sure people have to, but it's not. No man will want you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because you're so skinny. I mean, much more of the time it is because you have too much weight on you.
In
men
our
won't want
society,
you
you can never be too skinny. You
Yeah.
know, like
or at least in Los Angeles.
yeah, this is true.
This is a crazy.
And it
city.
does that like I love Abby and I hate her sometimes, and part of the reason I really do is because she's this person that because of her food stuff, and I know this sounds terrible, but if I order pizza with a bunch of my girlfriends and one of them is just like, "Oh, I can't tonight," like I get kind of pissed. I'm like, "Nope. Sorry." And if you do that 3 times in a row, then I'm just like,
I've been that girl.
we have nothing in common.
Don't say no to pizza or beer.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to all of those things.
Well, okay, if you're allergic,
That's
it's one thing.
different.
But if you're like, I just don't like the way the cheese sits on my stomach because it makes me fat. And, you
Yeah.
know, that a little bit rubs me the wrong way.
I'm with you.
But someone else that rubs us the wrong way, this new dude Ronnie with Delia.
That guy.
I
needs-
want Delia to hook up with Ronnie.
Oh, gross!
I
Like
do.
ISIS from last season with Albert. That's disgusting.
I do.
I was just about to say Ronnie needs to go away, and
I
you want
think
him to.
Delia's gonna hook up with him. I really
No.
do.
She might.
I do.
You don't think so?
No, she knows better. She's learned her lesson.
No, I think she
She seeks
thinks
out.
that he's a certain kind of guy, and I think that there's going to be like a moment or something while they're working on this case together where he turns out to be like, I don't know.
I'm sorry, after you see a man's penis in a cast and he can't get out, I think that, it's time to just put that case down and just
It
burn
was
it.
a big cast.
Well,
True that. Yeah.
Saying.
I don't care.
Like,
Delia might.
Okay, I'm trying to look it up right now.
Frat boy, that
As
guy.
I was watching it, I was like, I know this guy, this actor. And I really can't place it, and my internet's not working at the moment. But did you guys feel like he looks familiar at all? Because we got to see a lot
He
more
reminds
of him.
me of, who's that guy that Katy Perry used to be with?
Orlando, no.
No.
John Mayer?
No, before him.
Oh, I don't know.
What's his name?
He reminds me a bit of the, looks like the guy, I'm blanking on his name, that was...
Russell Brand.
Russell
Yes,
Brand.
he reminds me of
That
Russell
one.
Brand. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank
He
you.
definitely has a Russell Brand vibe, and also the guy from American Beauty that was on American Horror Story. like
Never saw either.
the star. You never seen American Beauty? He's creepy in everything.
His first name is Wes.
Yes.
Wes creepy. I think he has that like rocker, dirty, grungy kind of appeal.
And
I
this
don't
is
know.
from
I'm
a
just
woman
gonna
that-
see Delia doing it.
Appeal. No appeal.
Delia.
No
Don't
appeal.
let Lindsey out of the house, you guys.
Just says hormones.
Yeah,
It's absurd. His character.
let's blame it
But
on
no,
the
in
hormones.
all seriousness, I think it is feasible that Delia will hook up with him.
I mean,
If she gets bored.
she is very much teetering on a nervous breakdown as well.
Yeah.
On a cliff. She hates Albert. She wants to stick it to the man. Why
Also,
not? I'm just saying.
Tara thinks that she is going to, with Albert again.
No, Albert is disgusting.
Thank you. I know.
Albert is horrible.
I agree.
Horrible.
But Ronnie's not much better,
He's sexier. I mean,
No, well, yeah, as far as looks, but as far as like, substance, they both need to go away.
Yes.
Let's get her a real man.
Yeah,
What a
but-
campaign to get her a real man.
You can have a one-night stand without substance.
That's true.
You cannot
That's-
have a one-night stand with Albert.
I know. I'm
Sorry.
last week,
Poor Albert.
Last week, Lindsay, I compared him to Dr. Evil and Lex Luthor combined.
Oh, totally. I think he reminds me a little
Totally.
bit of what is that guy? Austin Powers, the
That's
Dr. Evil.
Yes. I'm terrible. I'm losing my mind, guys. Baby brain.
It's okay.
Yeah, Dr. Evil.
Yeah. It's and I know he is.
And he's short and
I just.
no.
You're right. I don't even want to talk about it anymore because I feel bad saying like any more.
No,
mean
I think she's
things.
gonna hook up with Ronnie.
I would be very disappointed in her if she
Yeah.
did. Well,
I would be proud of her. Go, Delia.
What?
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 his PP
No,
was
she can
just
do
in a
better.
cast.
Yeah.
Gross.
I do
There's
like the way she handled.
Worst places I'm sure it could have been.
I'm sure it's been there.
Probably.
Yeah.
But you're right. There's worse ways that she handled that situation. I loved the way
Oh
she.
my! Like a boss,
Oh.
she handled that situation. I was
Do
like,
we think
that's
it's
the
gonna
Delia
get
we
leaked
know.
though?
You think so? That'd be a good storyline. I like
Yeah.
that. I'm with it. Yeah, I'd like that.
If she was like everybody.
And then she'll really lose it. Yeah.
I don't
And it'll
know.
compromise her case. It could shake things up. I like that.
There's a reason this character in this storyline is brought
Delia's
in.
gonna
Right.
hook up with him.
No, I don't think she is. I'm gonna wait till predictions because we saw some amazing things, scenes from next week. But I have some feelings about what might happen with her. But let's talk a little bit about Coach Brady.
I'm a big fan of Coach Mike Brady.
Yeah. Very grounded.
Not a fan of that scene, the romance novel with
Oh, that was cheesy.
this. I wanted to
That
vomit.
was weird.
It was
That
so weird.
It was, yeah.
They took it like a tiny bit too far. I
It
did
was so
laugh,
wrong.
awkward.
and I got what they were going for, and I laughed because I mean,
I was just like, ew.
yeah, it's not. The thing is that when you're reading a book and you're like, oh, he throws empty sunflower seeds onto your bare chest, like that's not sexy. That's not
No.
something women would read and be like, like
Well,
Yeah,
no.
then
that's like an
where did they go when he went to make out with her? Is my question. Like, if you had, like, typically, like, if a guy's like chewing on sunflower seeds, I don't know. My brother played baseball, so they put like 20 in their mouth and they
Yeah.
just spit them out.
It was a dream It was a book fantasy. It's not real life.
Saying.
You
Where
would
did
read
the rest
that
go?
and be like, did you swallow them? That's gross.
Did she swallow? I don't know.
Is
Where did
someone
they go?
gonna choke?
It just seemed not safe.
And
yeah.
you probably thought baby hazard, somehow got in the way.
Definite chokeable. Yeah.
But, I did really like you learned, we knew that this character was going to be something the first couple episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we know from the previews that they're
Yes.
gonna hook up in like a laundromat or something.
I can't wait for
Does it look
that.
like a laundromat where they're hooking up?
Yeah.
It's somewhere inappropriate for sure.
I like it though. He, he calls her on her stuff, right? Abby gets away
Yeah.
with murder sometimes, and she's kind of like the star of the group, right? Where everyone doesn't want to say certain things to her. She gets away with a lot, but Coach will, stop that the minute he can, and just on instinct, he kind of like,
Yeah.
So I like
Well,
that.
and I feel like he could be good for her. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like Abby's craziness was almost enabled by Jake.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, I feel like he kind of just, like, let her be how she was, which is great, but if you're in a really good working relationship, then that person should challenge you to, like, be better. And, like, I feel like he calls her on her BS.
Well, what I like about him is that he doesn't say much. He doesn't have to call her. He just looks at her, and she's like, "Why are you so mean to me?" And he, like, didn't even say anything.
I wonder if he got a script and he was like, I've got, like, 4 words. Yet I'm in the whole episode.
Oh, my God. James Leisure is, I mean, he's amazing
He's
in
a
this.
pretty man. He's a very pretty man.
He's doing great in this. It's a good casting, I think.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
And
I will.
the kids
just
are
say
going to
that.
freak out.
And I mean, listen, I need Abby to have some diversity in her love life.
Yeah.
And she needs it too. She's way too white. She just says, "I'm sorry."
She's so vanilla.
She really wanted Tay-Dig's baby.
Yeah.
That is true. And I do hope Tay-Dig's baby comes back.
Do you think Abby will get preggers?
No.
Oh, God, I hope not. No, she's going through
Menopause.
but
yeah. What
Anything
if,
can happen.
Oh, that's right.
Anything can happen.
Yeah,
that's
Was
Lord.
it, like, didn't
I mean, I
Janet just
hope-
have a baby at 50?
Yeah.
I have seen storylines where they think they're going through menopause and they're what was it? Father of the Bride 2.
Yeah.
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 No, she doesn't need another baby.
No,
No, the
Even
world
though she
doesn't need
wants
another
one
Abby baby.
so
But I'm just saying.
Well, lastly, I just want to touch on that Joe is talking with Delia. They're just, shooting
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah.
And then Frump, week after rehab, seems all like, ready to go, I'm fine. Knocks on the door, says, "Is your couch still open?" And if you don't remember, my prediction from last week was that Frump is going to come back, she's going to visit it one more time, and then she's going to realize, oh my God, I need Scott
Scott
so
back.
bad.
Bring
No.
Scott back.
She cannot.
I know, it's gross. I don't want her to either, but
It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
He's such a mess. Like, I don't know. Yeah, he's
But
not.
I will say that is real. That is a reality, is typically...
Dealing with messes, hot messes, exes.
Well, no, like,
yeah.
dealing with exes or, like, dealing
Yeah.
with a family member or loved one that has addiction. It's
Sure.
like you keep taking them back. And you take them back, and you hope that time that they'll be better, and you hope that time they'll make a change. And
Yeah, I just, she's divorced now. So I understand that he has to be there because of the kid.
Mm-hmm.
But she's
it's a
not divorced because
tricky-
she wanted to be. And I think that's what makes it hard. He cheated on her. He had a second
it was
family.
A forced
You know what I
situation.
mean?
I
Like,
forget these
she got
things.
divorced because he broke her heart. Like, he
Yeah.
Exactly.
totally ruined her.
That's why I
And
feel like it's unfinished business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's different. You know,
That's
it's not like
true.
she was
Yeah.
like, I'm done with you. It
Good
was,
point.
oh, you have a second,
Yeah.
life.
And it was a shock, and I think
Yeah.
sometimes you just kind of need to go back and do it the way you want to do it,
I
and
hope
end it the way
not.
you want to end it. I don't know. On that note, let's get into some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, Veronica, do you want to go first?
My predictions. All right. Well, I don't know. They didn't really give us much to go on. It's hard to predict what's going to happen, but I'll say here's what I hope will happen. I hope that Phoebe becomes a better mom. I hope that the kids are sort of in her life, and I also hope that she gets to the point where she can, use something outside of her beauty or connections to really feel validated. I'd like to see her grow in that way. And I also want to see Scott back. I think he and Joe are just made for each other, really.
Agreed.
And yeah. How about you?
I have a lot of predictions. Barbara, my first one. At first I thought Abby was going to end up ghostwriting for Barbara. But I think that Barbara is going to start writing about her friends. Starting with the incident with Abby and the fat shaming. And I think that it's going to get real. And I think people are going to get really pissed at Barbara. Because I think she's going to shine a light on all these women who she sort of sat on the outside of this group and watched them.
Yeah.
And seen all of their stuff.
I just got the chills.
And
You
I
might
think
be
she's
right.
going to start writing about all of their stuff. And I think it's going to be a real issue.
She's going to sell them out.
Not necessarily sell them
Yeah.
out. I think in Barbara's mind, she thinks she's writing the
Yeah.
real stories of women of their
Yeah.
demographic. But I don't think she's going to see that she's basically shining a light on all these women and putting them on blast in front of the world.
I think you're onto something, yeah.
I think that Phoebe is going to continue to get knocked down, or I hope we see them chip away at this ridiculousness that is Phoebe. I think she should still have some hope. Like, let's make Phoebe a yoga instructor. Like, just give her a job that, like, suits her personality but allows her to do something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
lunching at $4,000, like, spa workplace. Like, that's, come on. Like, just take her to an ashram, like, give her some yoga guru, let JD be all awkward and insecure about it, and let her teach yoga. Like, Phoebe would be so happy. Her kid's name is Anook, and I don't even know what her son's name is, but I'm sure it's something strange. Like, she needs to be, like, wearing crystals and selling, like, but just make her real. They're in Los Angeles. That's, like, every woman you know. Fromkiss, I really hope Joe doesn't give him a second chance, but I have a feeling that perhaps we will see Joe giving Fromkiss another chance, and we'll see Scott come back and see Joe with Fromkiss, and I think that's going to be devastating and awful, because you guys all know that I love Hottie Toddy Scotty, the baker, and I think he and Joe are perfect for each other in the way that a lot of people never find that one person who loves them for all the things that they are and all the things that they aren't,
right.
And I really hope they end up together, but I think that that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
I'm with you on that last one. And I really liked your other prediction about Barbara because, you know, she's like come in and she's made herself known, but she has a bigger purpose, I do think.
And Delia's going to let Ronnie put it in her.
Oh, you heard it here
I'm
first.
saying, I think it's going to happen. I don't think she's going to be proud of it, but I think it's going to happen.
Well, we do see Gordon next week. We know that.
Gordy.
So, I don't know. I think that maybe spending some time. I am in denial, and I kind of want him because he was such a good guy until after he found out what she did.
He was great for her.
But he was really awful. I don't care what you did, but the way he treated her. I mean,
I don't know.
I guess I don't know.
Are you kidding? It's your wedding day.
I get it. No, I do.
I would have lost it.
It was, he just turned into the malicious person, and I'm sure that we have that all within us when you tap on that thing.
Go to the dark side.
So I get it, but
I don't think it was malicious. I think it was
he said some really mean
And his mom slapped
things,
her.
and he slapped her.
It was
well,
dramatic.
I would.
Yeah.
I have 2 boys, and if any girl did that to them, I would probably slap them. Silly.
Well, you know, we do see him come back, and I don't think it's just for a cameo. It's either for her character development or he's going to come back on the show. I'm not really sure, but I think he's going to be important.
Right, because he's going to come back, and then she's going to feel horrible about herself, and she's going to go out, and she's going to be drinking, and then Ronnie's going to call with some emergency, and she's going to hook up with him because she feels bad about herself. And what do you do when you feel bad about yourself? You self-destruct even more, and you have sex with some weird creeper client.
Well, probably that is going to happen, but that's not what I want to happen.
We can't always get what we want, Sam.
I know, but I do think I am going to get what I want in terms of Abby and Coach Brady. I think that he's going to actually call her Abby, and she's going to actually call him Mike, and then they're going to actually do it. So
with sunflower seeds in a weird
it's disgusting.
Does it feel like a laundromat in the? Am I the only one that feels like it's like a weird laundromat?
No, it does look like
it was
that.
somewhere
in the previous.
that
Maybe
she's
she's like helping
it.
him wash the uniforms or something.
That's
God.
right. Yeah, she wants to be involved now.
And then her son's gonna catch them, and he's gonna lose it. And then her daughter's gonna be like, "Mom, you're such a whore," and then she's gonna go off the rocker.
No, I think that her son is going to be like, Daddy, and he's going to be all confused. And then the daughter's going to be like, no, you're a whore. But I hope not. Anyways, guys, long story short, this has 2 more seasons, and they're very short, and then it's over. So it's kind of fun to think about the full game, like what's going to happen, because it's only going to be about, I think, for us, maybe 15 more episodes. No, maybe like 20 total between this season
Between
and the next
all
2.
3
They're that
seasons?
short?
Yeah, because 4 and 5 are like 6 or 7 episodes.
I hate 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
So
ridiculously
Good luck.
short.
It's going to be one of those. Thank you guys so much for watching. Where can everyone find you on social media one last time?
Yeah, at VRocker1 on Instagram.
And you can find me at Rockin' Mama Life.
And you can find me, guys, Sam Davidson, at Sam Davidson Entertainment, Twitter and Instagram at SamD43. And for those of you watching, I'm going to be on Riverdale, 10 p.m. tonight. So check it out. See you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.